coaching the Screaming Eagles for 9 years. The 2 or 3 teams that matter the most on our schedule are Kentucky Wesleyan and Owensboro, Northern Kentucky, just there in Covington, just across the bridge from Cincinnati, Bellarmine and Louisville. Because we took great pride in our basketball in Indiana, and you all take great pride in your basketball in Kentucky. I've come in here before and gotten smacked like that, and it's embarrassing because you know good basketball and you know really bad basketball. You know, we were ready to play. You could tell early we had a good game plan. And then with about 3 or 4 minutes left to go in the first half, things just unraveled a little bit. And then our guys we just didn't stay together. You can't have one assist in the first half, and you got to offensively try to work together to make each other better, and we just didn't. And of course, the same thing happened on the defensive end as well. So Auburn was not competitive at all tonight.
Okay, you got questions, raise your hand, we'll get the microphone to you.
Bruce, I wonder how much you saw Kentucky early in the year to be able to say how different they look now today over the last, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're obviously really comfortable in their roles. Cason Wallace is a difference maker, running the point and, his ability to defend and play make and, finish shots. The Reeves kid is a great, obviously a great, shooter, older player, gives them a, and those guys need to be able to be aggressive, to be able to make some mistakes. And when you're playing 35 minutes and, they don't have quite the depth, guys are really comfortable, in their roles. Shiwei's playing dominant on the inside. We felt like, we thought we could score on him a little bit and hurt him a little bit in the ball screen, but he did a nice job there. And he and Toppin are physically just imposing out there. And then the wings are so big. I mean, they're literally bigger and stronger at every position. And their physicality, we were no match for. So yeah, they're playing really well together.
Bruce, when you said second half team, you guys didn't really stay together. Can you kind of expound on that and kind of what you're on? Because that's something that we haven't seen from y'all this year, especially in these games on the road.
Haven't seen it yet, but we saw it tonight. And so, nobody likes to come apart like that. This team's, kind of scrapped and clawed. And, we've been in every game on the road in tough places. And tonight things came apart. If I had an explanation for why, it wouldn't have happened.
Bruce, you mentioned Reeves, the shooter for Kentucky. You guys had him contained pretty well in the first half, and then the second half, I think you had 18 points, 3 or 5 from three-point range. Just what changed? Was it you guys losing him just making shots? Just what happened in the second half?
I think that for the first, 15 minutes, I thought we played pretty well defensively, and transition hurt us throughout the last 4 minutes, and then the entire second half. I thought one of the keys was their guards being able to get downhill. Their guards were able to get downhill on us and drive, past our guards. We couldn't stay in front of them, and I thought that was the difference. Which then led to drive to audition, led to inside out, but can't keep in front, can't guard them.
Bruce, you talked earlier in the week about the lack of rebounding on your team, and if you didn't rebound, that you'd get beat by 40. You got out-rebounded pretty significantly. John, on the other hand, is always talking about physicality and toughness of his team. Where do you think that played into that final outcome?
Huge. It was huge. I was off by 8 points. I hate when I'm right. But the physicality were much more physical than we were, and played that way on both ends of the floor. Shiwei's the most physical player in the game, and Toppin is big, strong, bouncy, physical. Their wings are big. I mean, they just don't. Livingston's toughening up a little bit and doesn't play like a young player. Again, Reeves really helps him. Wallace is. I don't know many freshmen that are built like that. Great player, great size. Great tempo. So physically, it was a mismatch.
Bruce, Janai had a fast start to start the game. What did Kentucky do to kind of take him out to end the game?
Well, I think when you only have one assist in the first half, it's really hard to, score many more buckets. You got to get your big the ball, and we did not do a very good job getting him the ball, and like we did early in the game. Went away from it.